cute raccoon. He's crunching his dinner. Oh, raccoon, he's so cute. Almost finished, huh? Oh, crunchies are good, huh, raccoony? Yeah, those are good crunchies. He's my friend. We got home from the store a little bit ago. We went to get a few random things from the grocery store. And we came down the stairs here. And the raccoon, our friend raccoon here, came running up. And like he was our pet dog or something, and came to greet us. Went and was like sniffing my girlfriend's foot. And like, it was just like totally being like a pet. He's like, come running to greet us when we got home. So cute. I mean, him and there was like three other raccoons. I think it was like four I've counted. That's the most I've counted at once. And there's four raccoons living behind our wall here in the downstairs. And there's a family of skunks too, and they're all friends with us too. They all are equally as friendly with us. The skunks will come up and kiss my foot with their nose. Like if I'm barefoot a lot of the time, so I'll be like chilling out here and just goofing off, and I won't be paying attention, and I'll feel this little wet thing on my foot, and I look down, it's a skunk kissing me with his nose, a wet nose. He kisses my foot with it, just touches his nose on my foot. It's cute. I don't know what exactly he's doing. I just say that he's kissing my foot. Maybe he's smelling it to see if it's food or something. I don't know. Because raccoons and skunks, all they really want to do is eat. Eat, 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 eat. That's all they do is just eat, eat, eat. Look for food, eat more food. Look for food, beg for food, try to find food. Eat, 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 eat. And I suppose after they're done eating, if that ever happens, I mean, they have to go to sleep at some point, so then they just eat and then they sleep. Wake up and eat, 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 eat. It's just eating, eating, eating. It's all they do. It's like their whole life is just focused on eating. It's pretty weird. So it's hard to have them like be little snuggle buddies like you would with your dog or your cat. They don't come and snuggle on your lap. I wish they would. I mean, I'd imagine that if I could probably get them to that point eventually, but I don't know. Some of them I've raised since they're little teeny babies too. Like I've been here feeding them and kicking it with them, but they don't let me grab them and cuddle with them. And I've seen videos of people that have raccoons and skunks for pets, that like play with them and like, grab them and play with them and throw them around and stuff. But I haven't been able to get to that. I think you might have to end up with like a baby that hasn't been raised at all by its mother, by its natural raccoony or skunk parents, and where you just have to nurse it, and take care of it from its infancy. I think that's when you're able to like handle them and play with them like they're your cat or dog or whatever. Because if they're raised by their skunky or raccoony parent, they're not going to be that. They're going to be still kind of a wild animal. They're not going to trust you the way like a baby, like an animal that you've raised from its infancy, that they look to you like you're the parent. So naturally they're going to be comfortable with you grabbing them and playing with them. Maybe someday I'll be so lucky as to raise a skunk or a raccoon from its infancy, and I'll be daddy skunk or daddy raccoon to one of them. That'd be so cool. I'm trying to manifest that. One time we had a baby squirrel that was like, I don't know if he'd like left the nest too early or something. He was just like kind of clueless. He's really little, and the cats were fucking with him, and so I took him in and I was like looking after him, making sure the cats didn't kill him. Because he was really little, they were fucking with him, batting him around and stuff. And I'm like, no, it's a squirrel. And it was cute. I felt bad for him. Like he stayed in our house one night. I had like one of those little cat carrying boxes, it was like a little lightweight little like box with a Velcro lid or whatever. You can put your cat in and bring it to the vet. And I stuck him inside one of those in our room, and I gave him some peanuts and stuff, and he just sat there all night and he was just kind of scared, wouldn't really do much, he was alive, but he wasn't like moving around. He was kind of in shock or something. And in the morning, it was like 6 or something in the morning, and the sun was just coming up. I got woken up to the sound to like squirrel noises, like they make little squirrel noises, and it was like in our room. I was like, oh, I woke up and like, oh yeah, the squirrel. And I think what was going on is like he was like everybody was getting up, all his animal friends are outside, you could hear the squirrels chattering and stuff outside, and he was trying to chatter back. You know, he's all making the squirrel noises. I'm like, oh, the squirrel, I better bring him outside. So I brought him outside, and I was nervous about the cats, so I brought him up on the hill and kind of away from the area that my cats are in, you know. And I just left the little cat carrier thing that he was in up there with the top off so he could exit at his leisure, you know, and I was hoping he would just kind of find his way and it would be away from where the cats were hanging out so he would be safe from that, you know. And so I just forgot about it until later in the day, you know. I was like, I want to go make sure, go get my cat carrier and see if the squirrel got out all right and everything. And I went up there, and he was still sitting there in the same spot inside the cat carrier thing. He hadn't really, I think he ate a couple peanuts, but he hadn't really done much. Hadn't tried to leave, it looked like, you know. I'm like, oh man. So I started stressing out about it, you know. But I brought him down here, and I didn't bring him back in the house. I was like, I'm going to leave him outside so he can chatter with his squirrel friends. Maybe he'll eventually, like, go join them or whatever. I stuck him over here in a corner and with the cat carrier because it seemed like that was like his little, he was comfortable in there. That's where he was at. He didn't want to leave, you know. Gave him a bunch of peanuts and some water and he was just kicking it in there for a while, like for the rest of the day. And the next day he was still in there. But I noticed he was eating and drinking water, but he hadn't left. That's why I thought he maybe left the nest too early because he just wanted like a little safe spot to just hang out. He wasn't ready to be out in the big world yet. But eventually he left, you know, and I was hoping the cats didn't get him or whatever. But some time passed, you know, and I just kind of forgot about it. And one day I was up here, I was doing some work here in my driveway or something. I don't know what I was doing, but one of my neighbors was walking by, his friend of mine. Or he was up there, like I saw him on the road, and he was standing there, and he's like putting something in the side of the hill because like across the street from where I was in my driveway here, there's like a little hill that goes up. And I saw him like putting stuff like in the hillside. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? And he's like, oh, and he had like some walnuts or something. He's like, I'm feeding this little squirrel that's posted up right here. I'm like, what? And it was the same squirrel, and he had like a little burrow on the side of the hill right here, like this little teeny hole. And I guess my friend had seen him, and he went and got some nuts for him or whatever. I don't know, it was weird. And he was feeding him, but I saw that he was like coming out of the little hole and taking the nuts and eating them. And I'm like, what a trip, dude. So he was still kicking it, and he was kind of like he'd become sort of domesticated. You know, he was like eating out of my friend's hand. You know, I was like, that's the same squirrel. I wondered what happened to that thing. I mean, it had to be the same one. So, oh, you know this one? I'm like, well, yeah. It's like I fucking saved him for my cats, and I told him the whole story. And I guess he was kicking at that little spot for a few days because I saw him bringing nuts for him again. Like he kind of took over, like looking after him for a minute there, but I don't know what happened. He eventually moved out of his little hole there. Went on to live his squirrel life. And that's about that. That's about all there is to say about that story right there. Yep. I got bit by a squirrel one time when I was a kid. I was in Yosemite, and in Yosemite, the animals eat right out of your hands. Even the deer will come right up to you. You can pet the deer. I mean, I pet a deer. I don't know if anybody can, but it's like they come right up to you and they'll eat out of your hand. They're not supposed to feed them, but I didn't care. And maybe this is why, though, because this is why you're not supposed to feed them. I mean, it's because I got bit by a squirrel. Like, I was feeding them trail mix, you know, and it had like chocolate M&Ms in it, you know, and they were eating all of it. They were eating the whole trail mix, but I could see they were favoring the chocolate M&Ms. They were like, what the hell are these? You know, they were really excited about them. So I like separated a bunch of them, and I had a whole handful of these chocolate M&Ms. You know, I was feeding the squirrels. I didn't know any better. I was a kid, you know, and they were just excited. You know, one of them bit into my finger on accident. You know, like I dropped all the M&Ms. I was like freaked out, and the squirrels all scattered. And I was bleeding. You know, I was like, Mom, Dad, a squirrel bit me. And they're like, oh no. They thought he was like a rabid squirrel or something. And I'm like, oh no. He wasn't sick. No, they were just eating the food that I had in my hands. It was like my own fault, you know. It was an accident, you know. So they trusted me, you know. They're like, you don't want to have to get rabies shots or something. It wasn't a rabid squirrel. It was just a hungry squirrel. Or just a spoiled squirrel. He was getting down with his M&Ms. colors were fading away. All of my colors were fading to gray. All of my colors were fading away. All of my colors would turn to gray. All up until this here love came along. Out of nowhere. Now all my colors come rushing back in. I feel alive again. Standing here. Standing here. Now all my colors come rushing back in. I feel alive again. Standing here in this love. Walk right through this here love. Surround yourself with this love. Walk right through this here love. This love came from God above. I brought it down here just to share with you. It seemed like the least I could do. Take some with you. Take some with you where you go. You never know when you might need a little love. Take it from me, please. Surround yourself with this love that I found. You can't see it, but it's there all around you. Take it from me. All up until this here love came along. Out of nowhere. Now all my colors come rushing back in. I feel alive again. Standing here in this love. Walk right through this here love. Right through this, this here love. Walk right through this here love. This love, it came from God above. This love came from God above. I brought it down here just to share with you. Take some. Take it from me, take as much as you need. You never know when you might need a little love. Never know when you might need a little love. Take as much as you need, please. yourself with this love that I found. You can't see it, but it's there all around you. We got a name for people like you. I don't know what they call it where you used to live. How they used to go. Used to play it like this. You take, let's see. We got a name for people like you. I don't know what they call it where you used to live. You take advantage of everyone's kindness and whatever anyone has to give. We call you the opportunist, baby, but you know there ain't no opportunity here for you. Go back to your imaginary bubble or wherever it is that they put up with people like you. We as a team have decided that you should get the fuck out of this town. Yes, so we as a team have decided that you should get the fuck out of this town. Yeah. We got a name for people like you. I don't know what they call it where you used to live. You take advantage of everyone's kindness and whatever anyone has to give. We call you the opportunist, baby, but you know there ain't no opportunity here for you. Go back to your imaginary bubble or wherever it is that they put up for people like you. We as a team have decided that you should get the fuck out of this town. We as a team have decided that you should get the fuck out of this town. Yeah, get. We got a name for people like you. I don't know what they call it where you used to live. You take advantage of everyone's kindness and whatever anyone has to give. We call you the opportunist, baby, but you know there ain't no opportunity. See, we call you the opportunist, baby, but you know there ain't no opportunity here for you. Go back to your imaginary bubble or wherever it. Go back to your imaginary bubble or wherever it is that they put up with you. It's a hard one. Go back to your imaginary bubble or wherever it is that they put up with people like you. Yeah, we as a team have decided that you should get the fuck out of this town. Get. That's how I used to play that song, and it's kind of cool. Maybe I'll try and do it like that again. That's why it's fun playing your own music, because you can change it whenever you feel like it. Just change, make it sound different to fit your mood, you know? Just do whatever the fuck you want. You're not playing it wrong. It's your own song. You can do it however you want. Sometimes the songs kind of write themselves. There's a certain way they want to be played. The song has a personality of its own. It's like, you must play me like this because this is how I sound the best. And I'll be like, you're right. I'll play you like that. Like this song. I wrote this song a while ago and I've been playing it like this. You can't ignore what's happening anymore. You can't ignore anymore. You can't ignore what's happening anymore. No, you can't ignore anymore. You can try, but it ain't gonna do you any good. You're alone in this one, pal. You're alone in this one, pal. There's only very few of us here now who can still tolerate you. And I can't even take it anymore. And now we're leaving out the door as your fears, as your fears, as your fears began to manifest themselves. That's it. So it's, what is it? You can't even take anymore. And now we're leaving out the door as your fears began to manifest themselves. Your fears began to manifest themselves. This is the sound of fears manifesting themselves. It creeps in slowly. It's being manifested by your fear. And it can kill you in the end. When you no longer can pretend, my friend. Now there's an elephant in the room that's consumed you. Your fear has manifested what you still have not addressed yet. The elephant in the room, your nemesis. If it's going to be you or him, your nemesis, who you still have yet to address. You still have not addressed yet what your fears have manifested. Your fears have manifested what you still have not addressed yet. The elephant in the room, your nemesis. You can't ignore what's happening anymore. You can't ignore anymore. It sounds like something, I don't know, tripping. Comes a time when the blind man takes your hand. Just don't you see? Gotta make it somehow. On the dreams you still believe. Don't give it up. You got an empty cup. Only love can fill. Only love can fill. Only love can fill. Comes a time when the blind man takes your hand, says, don't you see? Gotta make it somehow. On the dreams you still believe, and don't give it up. You got an empty cup that only love can fill. Only love can fill. Only love can fill. When walking all morning, when walking all night, can't see much difference between the dark and light. I feel the wind and I taste the rain. Never in my mind to cause so much pain. Comes a time when the blind man takes your hand and says, don't you see? Gotta make it somehow on the dreams you still believe. Don't give it up. You got an empty cup. Only love can fill. Only love can fill. Only love can fill. From day to day, just letting it ride. It gets so far away from how it feels inside. Can't let go, 'cause you're afraid to fall. But the day may come when you can't feel at all. Comes a time when the blind man takes your hand, says, don't you see? Gotta make it somehow on the dreams you still believe. Don't give it up. You got an empty cup. Only love can fill. 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 Comes a time when the blind man takes your hand, says, don't you see? Gotta make it somehow There it is. If I had the world to give, see, if I had the world to give, I'd give it to you as long as you live. Would you let it fall? Oh, hold it all in your arms. If I had a song to sing, I'd sing it to you as long as you live. A lullaby, or maybe a soft serenade. Wouldn't you laugh, dance or cry, or be afraid at the change you made? Maybe I don't have much to give. Maybe I have a song or two. Only if you let me be your world. Could I ever give this world to you? Could I ever give this world to you? Could I ever give this world to you? Fuck it. Could I ever give this world to you? Only if you let me be your world. Could I ever give this world to you? It's like it almost sounds kind of cocky, but then it doesn't. It's like, let me be your world, but then I'll just give this world to you. So it's kind of cute, you know. It's like cocky, but then cute. We're just kind of asking a lot of somebody. Can I be your world? Because if so, then I'll give this world to you. Oh, it's so sweet. I like to utilize this time when nobody's watching me to do weird shit. Work on songs that I don't normally play. Because it's like I practice. Whenever I practice, I do it live. Not that anybody watches, but like I do it live for the purpose of like my mind. Like I'm trying to get my mindset in a situation where I can just perform knowing full well that somebody could be watching me and just sort of get over that whole like sometimes it'll like stifle your creativity if you think somebody's watching you or possibly judging you or not liking what you're doing. But if you can like overcome that, it's necessary to write and play good music in my opinion. You have to overcome that. I guess it's a fear or whatever. It's just an insecurity. And it's absolutely necessary that you get over it if you're writing music. And so I felt like the best way to get over it is to just put that there. I just, okay, well, if I'm worried about what people are going to think or judge my music or just think that it sucks or something, then I'm just going to do it live in front of whoever happens to look at it. And that way I can, like, be faced with that reality on some level whenever I'm practicing and learn to overcome it. Like, I've always been kind of shy at first when I'm playing music around people, but like once I see that people are enjoying it, I'll loosen up a lot. But I'd rather just be loosened up. I don't want to have to like inch into it. So this is kind of like an effort that I'm going through to get to that kind of. I want to be able to just show up and play and not have to loosen up. I want to just be like in the mood to do it, regardless. I'm training my mind, but there's times when there's like a lot of people watching where I feel like I should do more like structured songs so people could be entertained, but when nobody's watching, I'm just goofing off, and just writing stuff to entertain those people with later. This is the constructive time right here. This is constructive practicing. It's not really practicing. It's creating or polishing, polishing the the shapelessness of this music. It's shapelessness. Well, it's not shapeless. It has shape, but it's not visible. You could maybe say it's visible in the way that the air is visible when I breathe smoke on it. See that smoke ring? It's in the shape of the ring because I channeled the air that way, that out my mouth, and so the smoke is showing you what the air current is like in that one spot when it first came out. So it's more of depicting like the the fluid dynamics of the air. The smoke isn't a gas. It's like particle. It's like flowing through the air, and it will show you the little eddies and little currents and pockets in the air that you're surrounded by. And I in the same sense as the smoke is helping you see the air currents, I think somebody dancing to a song that you're playing is helping you see the shape of the song to a certain extent. I mean, and if you watch me dance to music, I mean, a lot more so because I get into it, man. It's like I'll really pick apart the music in my. I mean, I just do it naturally, but like I'll be dancing to the music on a level where it's like all the little idiosyncrasies and fucking little ins and outs, and it's all flowing through me. So if you're watching me groove to music, like you'll see that it's like I'm giving you. It's like it's interpretive dancing or whatever, where you're seeing the song in my movements. I'm illustrating the shape of the song to you by how it's affecting my body and shit. Look at its beautiful shapelessness. It's, look at its beautiful shapelessness. Look at all its non-visible shapelessness. It's non-visible shape. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. That's what I meant to say. I don't know what I mean. I'm not really meaning much right now. I'm just babbling. Sort of focused, but sort of omnidirectional babbling. Omnidirectional? I guess that's focused, isn't it? No, it's multiple directions focused. Focused in multiple directions. Omnidirectional babbling. I had to Baghdad before Bombay, and I ran India on the way. And you were Russian out the door because European on the floor. I had to Baghdad before Bombay, and I ran India on the way, and you were Russian out the door because European on the floor. It seemed like a weird dream, but turns out that it is real. It is real. The fakest place on earth is real. The fakest place on earth is real. The fakest place on earth is real. They're not even a real country anyway, because they refuse to declare any boundaries. Expansionism. Colonial expansionism. It's occupational, occupied expansionism. We're just going to go ahead and move into your spot here. Hope you don't mind. How do you go about doing that? I always wonder what that looks like. That's a bold maneuver. We're going to go ahead and occupy this. You know what? You can get fucked, man. I don't know, man. It can only be so nice, you know? It's like, draw the line in the sand right here. You fucking do whatever you want beyond that line. But right here, this is my spot, and you can get fucked if you want to occupy my spot. I'm occupying it. And I didn't have to force anybody out of it, so, like, you gotta play by the same rules. Otherwise, it's war. And I don't feel like fighting a war. But, I mean, that's pretty much that's the rules of the, those are street rules right there. That's like, you know, you don't try to just occupy a spot that somebody else is occupying. There's enough room where you can just go occupy your own spot and not have to oust anybody. This place is big, you know, it's big enough to where everybody can have a spot, you know. Nobody has to be violently ousted from their spot they're inhabiting. And assuming they didn't oust anybody themselves to get that spot, then they do not deserve to be ousted. In the sense where you ousted somebody to get your spot, and then someone comes along and ousts you to take your spot. Well, it's kind of like, you know, easy come, easy go, or whatever. Like, you know, you fucking dished it out and you were served the same dish, you know, however you want to look at it. Karma's a bitch if you're a bitch, you know. My point being, it's kind of hard to feel sorry for somebody who got ousted if they went and ousted someone themselves. It's kind of like, well, that whole thing just got neutralized. It's too bad you all want to live like that. I mean, you started a long chain of fucking rude behavior. Why don't we just end it right here, nip it in the bud? Let's try to be nice. Or just be nice. We're gonna try. We're just trying to be good. Trying, just trying to be good. Traveling, there's someplace that I got to go. Someone, let's see. Traveling, there's somewhere that I got to go. How does it go? Traveling, there's somewhere that I got to go. Somewhere far from you, far from anyone that we both know. It's just time to start again. And pull myself. It's just time to start again. Go and get my breath back in touch with what's in front. What's in front of me. Oh, pull myself together. I know that there is someone that I have to be. Hell and back didn't seem like that far, but it was far enough for me. I never will forget the things that at the time I didn't even see. Oh, now it's all right here in front of me. I will lose myself and find everyone else and try to tie it all together, tie it all together, tie it all together, tie it together, tie it all together, try to tie it all together and make sense of this life and the reasons why I try to keep us tied together. I feel like we all could be a lot more satisfied with the way we live around each other. People, you know, you got to travel sometime to figure out if you're alright. I see you on the other side. Yeah, 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 so long, goodbye, I'm gone. I'm just a traveling on. So long, goodbye, I'm gone. I'm only traveling, traveling on. Pull yourself together. There is someone that you have to be. Hell and back didn't seem like that far, but it was far enough for me. I never will forget the things that at the time I didn't even see. Well, now it's all just as plain as day to me. I would lose myself and find everyone else and just try to tie it all together. And 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 just tie it all together. And tie it all together and make sense of my life and try keep it together this time. I feel like we all could be a lot more satisfied with the way we live around each other. People, you know you got to travel sometimes just to figure out if you're alright. But I see you on the other side. So long, goodbye, I'm gone. I'm only traveling on. I'll send you a postcard. Tie it all together and make sense of this life. Traveling through every place I go. I'm just moving down the road. No destination to go. I'm just going with the flow. And sometimes it helps to know where that flow's gonna go. If you don't know, you might get caught in the undertow and get dragged under down into the big drink where all water sinks right down to its own. level, oh yeah, down into the bay, getting washed away in the waves. But me, I've just been one to take what's been provided, and like a wave I like to ride it, get inside it, let it guide me all the way in. I don't make those waves, I just ride them, get inside them. I don't make those waves, I only ride them, get inside them, and let them guide me in. I don't know where these waves begin, but I know where they will end. I just wanna ride them, I just get inside them, and let them guide me in. It can take a toll on your soul when you got nowhere to go, nothing fun left to do. You don't want to get caught up in the undertow, and that will be the death of you. Out there on that horizon, I can see them coming in. Get inside that pipeline, it's a straight line every time. I just wanna ride them, I just get inside them and let them guide me in. I just don't make those waves, I ride them, get inside them, come out on top and let them guide me all the way in. I don't know where these waves begin, but I know exactly where these waves are gonna end. I just wanna ride them, I just get inside them and let them guide me in. I don't make waves, I ride them and let them guide me in. I don't make waves, I ride them, I get inside them. Don't make waves, I ride them, get inside them and let them guide me in. I just wanna ride them, I just get inside them and let them guide me in. So we go. What was the next word? That goes to F. No, that's not F. It's F sharp. So we go. That's fun. So Okay, I went in full circle. So it That's so weird. It's pretty tiresome. I wouldn't say that it really sounds that great. Cycle of fifths. I just want to ride them. I just get inside them and let them guide me in. And I just ride them. I just get inside them. I just want to ride them. I just get inside them. I just want to ride them and let them guide me in. Oops. I just want to ride them. I just get inside them and let them guide me in. And want to see my friend, want to see them surfing. Hey, somebody's here. Let's play ghost walking. Hi. Who I psycho drugs much? Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Fuck. A lot of friendly people out there on the internet, aren't there? It takes all types, you know. People like to project and they show so much without meaning to. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's okay. I'm not gonna judge you that way. Although I do notice what you say. It just seems pretty strange and deranged. But all the same, I don't really know from where you came. You might as well be an AI robot. I can't really say. It's just some letters on a screen. They don't really mean a thing. But it seems mean and rude. But that's just the way people like to play when they're protected from the screen. They are anonymously casting weird vibes on the world, as though they have a grudge or they just have some chip on their shoulder. Or perhaps they just think Everyone's supposed to be the same, and people who aren't, they don't fit into the mold. So they must be on drugs, or they're just psycho. How come they're not like everyone else? Don't they understand that we need you to be conformist and fit into the mold that's getting old? And you sold out. Today's hottest music is getting cold. It's contrived and it sounds like every other guy I've seen. They're all doing the same thing. Did you know the more money you shovel at NASA, the more rinky-dink they get? It almost appears to be low budget. But $80 million a day is an awful lot of money to pay to get such a cheesy half-assed presentation of their supposed International Space Station. They do their spacewalks. I think they're in a swimming pool on Earth when I see those bubbles in space. Bubbles in space. I see the dupers look at the light on their face. They do the science of deception, oh for shame. They got a lot of hairspray. You gotta use a lot of hairspray to make your hair look that way. $80 million a day. You think you'd have more to say for yourself? What has NASA done for you lately? Well, they show me pictures of space. That place that you can't go yourself to verify. Making sure that it's not a big lie. Perhaps you've been indoctrinated into believing something that is just a fairy tale. Outer space is a blank check for charlatans in white lab coats. They know that they can make up any story they choose, and it's the big ruse. Play it, you gotta go with the narrative. You can't blow against the wind, no siree. You'll lose your funding. You think they're gonna go back to the moon anytime soon? Doesn't appear to be the plan. But they've been yanking your chain for like 50 years. Telling you, yes, we're gonna go in a couple more years, we're gonna go to the moon again. Yep, we're gonna do it. And a couple years comes and goes. It's been going like that for some time. Any logically thinking person would scratch their head and say, it used to be so easy back in the 1970s. You went there and back 6 times without even one injury. Seems kind of like a tall tale now that you think about it, since they can't seem to pull it off these days. It's too difficult, they say. Too many dangerous things in the way. But back in the day, they weren't afraid. Nope. But The more money you shovel at NASA, the more rinky-dink they get. It almost appears to be low budget, but $80 million a day, it's enough to pay for an awful lot of drugs. You could be loaded every day of the week. What do they have to show for themselves? There is a house in New Orleans. They call it Rising Sun. It's been the ruin of many poor boys. Lord, I know I'm one. I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. In New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drunk. He's on a drunk. Now mothers, tell your children not to do what I I'm going back to New Orleans to join the rising sun, the rising sun, the rising sun. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor boys. Lord, I know I'm one. I know I'm one. It was a nightmare hotel, the terrible parable almost too unbearable to tell, of a hell wound. It was the worst of all travesties, where the trapeze artist and his under-armpit deodorant that strangely contained some new unnamed fungus, been known by many a user to induce hallucinations, which is quite dangerous, since most people have such weak mental health. So the company took it off the shelf, but not before this high-stepping, tightrope walking man. He thought he could fly and decided to try, as the audience shielded their eyes. And he fell without a net, he fell without a net, and the women wept like lucid hippie chicks losing it at the Nightmare Hotel. The terrible parable, almost too unbearable to tell, of a hell wound, hell wound. You know, it was the worst of all.